It's going to be buying the Ghost or something.
Because I don't know whether Sentinels approved that in the marketing budget.
Where is it?
That is actually very true, Rubber Bias.
Is this there? Yeah, it is. It's a set.
Okay.
Send
Sen on defense. EG on attack. He's actually using the SEN Classic.
He's being squeezed here. Isolated on an island early on.
This is so funny. They take the duel with him and they hear the Classic. I wonder if they
react now into the A side.
like if they're gonna check it.
Play from the rest of Sentinels here, making sure the Snake Bite
It's a nice pistol at the moment from EG, especially if they want to cancel on this. They got the room to pivot over. Got the map control if they want to. Wait, how many classics have we got? I've never seen so many classics. We've got 8. The most classics we've seen in a pistol round, potentially. At least for a while. I've seen a whole team do a 5 classic, but not both teams do a 4.
All the angles watched for. Second prowler now going to be used with a smoke. Propped up Zekken. Absolutely decimates nature. Good night. Nade rebounding. Now Apov did find that kill.
Yeah, that's a lovely reaction as well. The pivot can definitely go in here. And the pivot does go in. Sassy has a tether. Timing off it was great.
Feeling that heat now with a satchel through. Breakneck pace. Be able to get that plant down.
Both fades using the C's. Does Sentinels have enough utility to get back through this area that Derek's watching?
Risky angle to be taking that fight at. So
the SEN Classic, it won't betray its master.
It really won't. It truly will not. But how do they clear Superman? He's tugged. What's that 90-degree angle? Wants to take the fight to them anyway with the right clicks. Okay,
yeah, dude, I think he's got a wide swing there if they want to push through.
Eventually going down here.
Ooh, they did enough though, you would imagine, right? Big 1v1
versus 1. Sassy, the tap. The camera taken out. It's the confirmation that Sassy now actually sticking and missing onto the cam. Sassy! Not going to be able to get it all.
Very nice. Well, this is the start that we needed if we want to see some kind of upset. Got to start getting some pistols.
What a start for EG there. I was highlighting the fact that Zelsis had got himself into a good macro position, and Apov lurks his way up B while the rest of the team is doing this kind of pause play. And this is the kill here. The turn
this one really decided it.
Yes, it's a 4v4, but because Sen had gone for such a stack on A, it gave them access to the B site and allowed them to complete this post.
Apov? Yeah, especially especially in kickoff, he was very good. Maybe we haven't seen that level since then, I would say. The thing, I feel like all of EG's players, apart from Derek, are underperforming.
On defense.
At least in terms of what I've seen of them in the past.
We were casting the SEN game. Is it
4-person stack over towards Mounds.
More meta Omen smoke.
They are not in for it. They wanted to, but then they're trying to force this. They're just like, nope.
Something smells up here for EG.
Yeah, for sure.
They've sniffed it out.
They're just slowly making their way in towards A here. It doesn't look like there's too much danger.
Boombot didn't hit the guy close, but again, they don't want to force this.
Using the wall to reposition.
Alcis has no idea how many numbers are here.
Close.
Oh my god, he gets double dink.
He's got himself one, but surely not any more than that. It's not going to be cleaned up though. He's really still staying alive, and they haven't cleaned him up. Eventually though,
love the attempt from this though. While this is happening, we see the 4-person push over towards C, and
nice cleanup. A few confidence kills.
They were allowed one death.
I would absolutely agree with
they had one death.
Has got to be the X factor for EG. Yeah. Of course he does. He's the player.
Derek underperforming? Nah, I think Derek's the only one performing.
And it's not like Jorg was just some supportive element. Like somebody getting carried.
He's been one of the only ones that's keeping them in games, I feel like.
He was going in there on a lot of the maps, especially all the ones where he was playing Rays. And Demon 1 ended up being on Smokes. And he was opening things up for that team. He was on fire in their big games.
Good. I'm not saying that they're not good. I'm just saying they're not playing to their potential.
But just something you don't want to make a pattern of, for sure.
Just the recent appearances. But for now, all those early kills going his way. One away now from the show.
At least like the EG are taking fast map control. Like they are giving themselves options all the time.
Look at this. Off the orb tap.
Yeah, and this is the DFM. The DFM alarm bot
Straight bullets out, along with a snake bite.
in front of the in front of your own wall to see if they heavy commit. Jorgamo with this does get his ult. Omen flash with the TP behind it, with the spike to make sure they get map control. And we're going to be sending this in. And Zelsis at least comes up on the minimap. Yeah, and with him coming up on the minimap, we just see Derek spam. And that's a huge kill. And the good start might be here.
3 now left to stand here for Sentinels to make a good go of things, and Tens is only just rotating his way over towards the site.
This is a phenomenal opening for EG, but another 5v3 that they cannot afford to lose. Lighter weapons, but they have to convert rounds like this.
The advantage has sort of been letting
He got no util.
Low on HP, might choose to take a timing right through this smoke. Second with the nade.
Wait, the time's incredible.
Clearing out through, but right from behind, it's Jorgamo who strikes. Forward second, overwhelmed from
really nice. There. So really good as well. We get all these upgrades, right?
Very, very strong position. And start
can't get much better than this.
Best as you can really
got so many upgrades. 3-0.
Excellent beginning.
Yeah, they're on their way in terms of ults as well.
Yes, I mean, he does catch a glimpse. At least if Jorg wasn't paying attention, that will have come up on radar.
Yeah, I mean, that's how Derek got the kill.
You know, influenced the fact that Zelsis ended up going down. On top of that, Jorg also gets the kill. Kaplan's not
By the way,
this
week's gone. This will be 13-5 to EG. This has been a couple of weird weeks.
Yeah, playing the Lotus game against Leviathan.
It felt like in the MIBR match that
Pacific was on the same vibes as well.
The team definitely wanted to win.
But to be honest with you, I feel like they've been playing fairly well so far in this game. It's only 3 rounds in. But the way that they played there on the bonus, they still had a lot of good ideas. They knew to try to deny the orb from Jorg. They were spamming it. They didn't get the kill.
Whoa.
Critical punish. It makes such a difference if this guy is on.
Door open wide. So you're going to take the fight Jay straight through B main after losing control of this one.
Damn, what a confidence round this is. Everyone is popping and hitting their shots. We have had no bullets connect.
That championship form that we know that, you know, he's been at the peak of before, hasn't quite delivered up to it. Again, my mind's kind of circling back to the beginning of this. You know, Liz is doing all the interviews with Potter. And Potter was saying that it's Sentinels that are going to be feeling all the pressure from this.
Spike planted.
You know, win or lose, she said, we don't care. We don't care, win or lose, which is honestly a crazy statement to make. But with the position that they're at in terms of their table, in their group, in stage 1, it's got to that point, right, where, you know, it feels like playoffs is a bit of a distant dream for this team.
Yes, EG are 0-3 playing against the Masters Madrid winners. They should be considered underdogs, even if you live and breathe evil geniuses. You got to admit it. But that doesn't mean they can't win or put up a fight. And
yeah, Saint, it's messed up, man.
And as for pressure,
the Outlaw has just... The Outlaw has made sure that we have the most one-sided starts you've ever seen. And it used to be a pretty snowbally game anyway. Right? Double economy, used to be able to snowball no matter what. Outlaw means that the second round is always full ecos. You would do well to lose that round. Means that people can buy more rifles. Means that your third round's better. Which means that you have a better chance of getting ults. Which means you have a better chance of just completely snowballing. And I mean, it's literally why Desp gets at it the whole time. I've never seen so many 7-1s.
It's an unusual format for them, but here we go. Some guns in the hands of the defensive players that are Sentinels to see if they can fight back and bounce back.
And I just want to point out, look at that. 2 away already from another showstopper.
Yeah, he is really farming. They're doing a good job.
To dominate the A ult orb, and EG
they wanted to change this one up. We are prodding heavy over towards B. Say prodding, we're straight up entering. Only had 3 people here.
No match for it.
Oh, yeah, they didn't expect him to absolutely send it. Speaking of sending it, Tens has one smoke, but like, what does he do, man? He kind of needs to get out of there.
Only one thing really to work for, and it's going to be faced.
It will be one of the most insane rounds.
4 bullets left. Tag still in and revealed entirely.
How is he doing this?
Tip tap at the toes. The snake bite narrowly avoided one single bullet.
Oh my god, take it out of you.
Anything you like, really, at this point, nature.
Surely at one point you take it out. That was impressive to get that one close.
I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't very worried that EG were about to throw that one away.
Man. That could have been done for the game.
Closing out those rounds where they have a massive
With the one where they just completely mentally kills them.
Goes in, looking fantastic. They carry on the aggression in the waterfall.
One enemy remaining.
And the Tens almost ripped it away from them.
And that was impressive. I'm telling you, that was so impressive to get that one even close.
Many different ways of playing that too. He had teleports and ults that he could have tried to work with.
I'm surprised when he actually got into the corner, he didn't like fully just take his time. Confidence that he could one-tap him, basically.
And didn't even have to use his ultimate. He's up to his second ult. Could have used it in the prior round, but didn't need to, and had already got so deep on that B hit. And Sen have been, I think, struggling a little bit with that B exec, or rather dealing with the B defense.
Yeah.
There's a lot of teams that just play B.
What the hell did he drop into? Sen losing 5 now? I mean, this is the only way that we get some kind of upset, so...
But Sen are worried about leaving it open for lurkers to get through in the
what are the
ults
ults like? Dude, I
MIBR.
miss EMEA, man. I miss having this over the timeouts. I can't express how good it is.
To watch for that.
So sick to know what's happening and what the coaches might be talking about. So nice.
Spraying Sassy, who was reeling through a smoke.
Just this information.
That's kind of highlighting as well.
Still get to see all the shots. It's great. Okay, Sentinels. Buy into this one. They're starting to get their ults online. Razor for Razor. Again, second Razor here. Derek 2 away.
Okay, so they're playing this trap player here. If Apoth comes towards B, it's going to be a Prowler in his face and Zekken ulting to try to get a kill. This has worked against EG before, many times. Apoth has fallen to this fairly often. And now as it gets to about 120 on the clock, Sen are like, okay, we can't still commit 3 bodies to B. We're going to have to try to force the fight and then back. Yeah. So now Apoth filling in this space.
He's not going to insta to swing this, right?
Look to spread out elsewhere. But EG, with nature, are just kind of drifting into the
kind of letting him know as well that he's just re-cleared this. Yeah, they're pinging it out.
Defense right now over towards A.
Have a straight up retake.
That it would be a
and they realize it's retaken. They got to get early info so the eye goes out. Jump peek to confirm that no one's far back, taking the timing, and the rotates coming in towards A. EG empty an empty site with a lot of pressure over towards B. Bro, they're in a great spot. How do they even?
As soon as the plank goes down here, they're going to.
How are you even meant to retake this? Look how far away they are.
EG love doing these 4-1 defaults. It's not normal that Apoth has somebody with him. I think. At this point, Sen are going to have a good visualization of where people are. But
very hard. Good plant for these two. Got the Cypher that's getting full info. They're going to have to worry about a lurk at one point.
Ult's online here for Zekken. He's going to be using this one to try and pave the way for the rest of his team to get into this site now. Through the back with the smokes. Cutting up these appropriate angles. Paranoia on top of it.
And he's sending it.
Offloaded and let rip, but it's a
for all, there's a guy next to him.
For a kill. Drawing blood.
Bro, that was so sick. Dude is on his way for another ult. Trying to break records. That third shot, man. Oh my.
It's a 6 on the board for EG.
Yeah, really, really nice.
Running over them.
Yeah, they really are.
Sen really are. Must be in shambles. They've watched Aspas set records against them, and then Jorg suddenly decided to wake up to put on this performance against them too. Zekken does what he can here. But this play from Jorg, what is that? It's so nice to deny the trade. And that level of constant middle of a team fight impact kills, and he's so locked in.
Yeah, just taking victory sips out here. Oh, that at least start something. Dels is 1 kill away from an ult. John 1 kill away from an ult as well.
The first time they do, get caught by it a little. And this is where the ult cycle starts to stack way more in favor of Sen.
Away from his ult.
EG have been building those up.
Gorgamo. Dude, there's a chance he gets on 4.
But now Sen have some of their own. They've used Zekkens to get back into the retake, and Celsius 1 away.
Bit of a breather for them. Celsius is in a bit of a one and done.
Yeah, very committed position here. Without utility to play off, but he's got Ten's Paranoia to support.
Still in a dangerous spot. All things considered, sees nade towards the back pillar. Haunt in and through, smoke fading.
Excellent support from Tens. Breaks the haunt.
Everything was good here. Is Celsius going to take a timing? He's at least going to maybe hear them. I think they started running here and he could hear that. It's close.
They don't have a control. Apoth seeking to take the fight and actually ends up taking out
And he has his
second.
ult.
Not many people are doing
That's
that.
going to give him so much here. And then it's going to insta-send it over towards A. This is a great Omen ult. He cancelled it and they can now see that he's cancelled it.
Towards heaven. Couple of straight shots though from the vulnerability. Down low.
And with this plant, Derek gets his ult.
Towards A in the late round. So
It's
often.
just a hard retake again.
Full even committed here
Fade
from
ult
Derek.
goes
I mean,
in
that's
as well.
not
That
gonna
creates a
get
lot
too
of
many
pressure.
times,
Fade
but
ult
it's
back
actually
hits
gonna be using
3.
one of his own.
Sorry,
Got the
hits
peace of
2.
mind
Didn't
here.
hit the Cypher.
He's playing a more
upstairs.
forward angle, but it all comes onto a knife's edge of how these fights end up being taken. One bullet left. Has to
Let's
commit the
try to
reload.
stay
He will be falling, and these should be no way. Apoth has get away with bloody murder.
He's 14 HP. He's reloading.
That's it. That's the round done. Apoth's destroyed second to give them an entry into A.
God, they look
And then
incredible
somehow
right now. They're
managed to
winning
pull out another two
all
in
of the
that spot.
angels, all of the individuals that I think he's got another
He's
one.
on for the ace.
All the individuals that
I mean, he might
think
die to
he
the
might die
turret.
to turret.
He's not careful. Breaking it, hunting it, smelling it out. Okay, Zelsis puts a stop to it, but
No
still won't be
gun
able to keep
save,
that
no
gun
money.
kicking into the next.
2-9
This
loss
is
bonus is
7
still here,
rounds
but
in a row. Economy flourishing, the ideas are good.
dude, how did he get a 4th here? I'm surprised he got a 3rd.
We have
And this is a
had
4v5
some
by the way.
absolute
Wins that one out.
rolls this week. And I was looking at this.
Yeah, and he was really committed. You would think that he would maybe just be like silent, jump peeking there
I'm
instead.
thinking, again,
Oh
Madrid
my.
winners, one of the favorites for being the top teams in Americas against a team that's currently 0-3. Doesn't look like they're
Is he gonna double? Are they gonna double timeout? They got to
might be in for a
eco.
roll again today, Bren. And it's exactly the other direction.
The opposite direction.
What is Valorant?
You can't predict it. You can't predict it.
It's
Don't
too
try and make sense of
snowbally.
it.
Jorg and Apoth, though, are just...
I think we actually have an
Apoth
issue.
especially in
I
that
think
round,
it is
just
too
taking turns
snowbally.
to dominate their opponents.
Heavy stack, though,
Either
for
that
these
or it's just
players,
the most fun
including
game to watch because of it, though,
angles.
I
They're
guess.
sighted up and they are evening out these fights with these pistols.
The fact that it's so possible
That's a
to
nice
upset.
snake bite as well, to give them an opportunity to go for a play like that. They should have all of that information. They heard 2 players running away there, Zekken and Sassy. They should know that Tens was over towards C. So EG
To be
are
fair,
gonna
some of
have
the
a really
individual
good
plays
idea
right
of
now
where
from
people are on the
Jorgemon and
map.
Apoth have been disgusting.
Opening the door to allow the spike to reconnect on
I just
B.
propose to make it less
Like I said, they
snowbally.
know that Zekken and Sassy
I
ran
want
away to
to.
fill that
I
gap over
actually
on A.
messaged Riot about this at the beginning when they had when Reykjavik first came in, the first Reykjavik, they like they asked like the coaches and everyone just like ideas. I proposed I proposed one event, one where I do delayed observing, and the same thing where we try higher money. We just start with full money just to see what it's like. The Odin would have to get enough for it. I think the pistol rounds are too snowballing.
Everybody drops and Topples 1v1 again. Tens.
Big one, Desp, you can't avoid it, mate.
This is the fight.
You can't avoid it. It's one of those rounds though, chat, where only one person survives.
The tension in the air.
Only one
There's no
person
celebrations,
survives.
there's no cheers from the
So
Sen
their
side.
money is in the bin, and if they
Everybody's
lose
locked
this
in.
next one and they don't get 2 in a row, it's absolutely done. Like, probably even the map.
Honestly, I'm amazed that refight
It was an
works as
eco.
well
I
as
mean,
it
if
does.
it was
The
just
lighter
fighting over
weaponry.
towards rubble, heavy, pick up
You
gun,
saw as well, Zelsis popping off.
10's being a beast.
Motor mouth at the end of the round.
Oh yeah.
He's
Or you
not
just
gonna
make
be
the
trying to
ults
give
cost
them,
more.
You know, the spirit to go
Yeah.
for this game. But I think he's probably going to be talking about going for like re-clears around the map or something
So
like that.
they can still, with a 1-9,
It's clear that EG
like they would
have
have
a good
to
understanding of
would
the
have to
fact that
get
they can
light
these
armor,
late
but they're kind of
round
fine to do
executes
it.
towards A, and they're not getting Apoth punished by going for 2
Yeah,
aggressive
maybe
lurks.
that's the easier way.
This
We just
time,
start really
making it
putting
feel
these
like it's
ult
only
ups
Apoth B and looking
and
to
just
try to
accept
punish
that we
Sassy.
messed up.
Again, Jorg,
Just like
he's
put
in.
+2 on every single person's ult. You want to try avoid having an ult in this 3rd and 4th round. I feel like
all of Sen
something
set
really
to flood
happens.
defense.
Maybe
This
you
is nowhere near
maybe just
like
double
what it was
everyone's
last time.
Trying to
ults.
fight their way into this one. I mean, it's a lockdown committed. The defender's side, and they're actually just trying to evacuate out of this one here, but it's going to be pushed forwards and a fight taken by EG right from behind.
What, bro? Individually, they just look so good.
Okay,
who got hit by this? Okay, just a Viper.
2 versus 3. Jorg forwards, but running and gunning. Zelsis gives him the old fade away. 2 versus 2 now.
One fade eye.
Broken. Unaware of where these players
Okay,
are.
nicely handled. Yeah, big round though. Celsius did fantastic. Honestly, Jorgamo did fantastic as well.
And all that despite the fact that Jorg picked up 3.
Yeah.
His stat line's going to be absurd. Just getting 1 purely based off timing, expecting someone to follow up. Lovely shots, and Sen had it all to do. Celsius did a phenomenal job. But this time, the macro element from Sen did recognize that. They didn't
something
allow Sassy to get punished at the start of the round
maybe.
defending B, despite what EG were doing there.
I don't know. I'm open to suggestions. Like, I think we should have a tournament like that. Like off season, I think they should be open. I think even Riot should fund a tournament where they just try stuff. We just try stuff and just get feedback from the players, coaches, people watching.
I think that's what I've noticed. I think from Sen on the other end of their timeout is that they are just increasing.
I think that's one of the things we lack in esports, man. We lack the people like willing to go out there and actually try stuff. Everyone's said in their own ways. We just copy other sports and just hope that it works.
Is 18-5 and APOT's 11-4. That's a strength you
could change so much stuff up, I feel like, and try so much stuff.
He's earned himself
Packos with the Prime, thank you for the 10 months. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's not, I mean, yeah, sometimes people are getting showstoppers if they're like farming every orb and
to work in CS.
every plan, and then
It's
like,
worse now.
12,
Well,
I have my
it used to
third
kind of
op.
be fine in
Well,
CS because it was MR15, right? But now it's MR12. It's starting to have a similar issue. It's not as snowbally, right? Problem is we've got double economy. It's like the main thing that we all need to remember. It's double economy. 1, 2. Two things snowball.
This is an A rubble fight here, but not a super heavy
twice as bad.
Sentinels. They don't have enough people.
Okay, where are we actually at in terms of the money? Wait, this is a big round. Would you reckon these two would be a drop?
Could make the difference here.
Yeah, they'd probably drop this. The EG.
Onto the boom bot, a slight reveal.
They get the camera here though, so they can retake this easy.
Be able to get that early kill. Sending it flying
I
like that.
Dude,
That's
the
nice.
nade tether, but it kind of just gets baited out just from the wall going up. So
It doesn't
it's a big win from EG. A great change up. Yeah, going to the chamber angle.
He said he was enjoying playing with it recently. It's been so difficult for Sen to build up the economy.
Yeah, bringing out the Nivera, the Omen op. Yeah. He has been doing it. Again, he did it on split loads in Masters and then no other map. But now he's bringing it out most of the other maps.
Still support you from behind.
Make sure they can take those fights, but no fights necessary. Not when Tens gets that opening pick.
What do you think about making the money in Swift play, bro? I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think I've ever played a Swift play. Actually, you lot made me play a Swift play, but I didn't take note of the money.
Side by side now.
I think this is.
I wouldn't be able to tell you. I wouldn't be able to tell you what the money's like there, to be honest.
Are right there, waiting. Satchels plays, rocket offloaded. The ult, pinpoint accuracy onto Sassy.
Door into the game, by the way.
Could be his time to strike. Fight to be taken.
Tekken has to kill a lot here. That's it. Oh.
My goodness, how
oh my man. He's in his. What's going on? Dude, Jorgamo is fragging out so heavy. He looks untouchable at the moment. Everyone he peeks doesn't have a gun out.
1v2, doubled up, 3 bullets left. Back to wait for the reload, and the plant is not good for these players still. But I think the advantage is here for EG, surely. TP, fake out.
Whoa, he TP'd over there. That was pretty cool. Boy, that was close.
There's so much chaos in that round.
There really is, yeah. Jorgamo's unreal though. What's he actually on?
And doesn't get to clear the left-hand
How many kills is he actually on? It's like 20?
Immediately to stop them taking that space, but he doesn't. He tucks, baits the team, as you said. George just didn't.
Look, he's just sending it out, and every time he satchels by, he's getting so much info. Oh, should that guy have shot because his teammate shot? Maybe. Yeah, the fact that he let him by and he kills a lot of people and his teammates shooting him.
He's got 20 kills. He's going to be pushing you.
He's fighting that tempo with tempo. Takes a lot to catch Sentinels off guard. Some of these players.
Super low one-way, so even the turret doesn't see. Because we've seen this turret be placed because it sees under the one-way, but again, if you get this guy low enough, it doesn't do anything, and you can just spot it out, which means you can then get close and then send it into the site. I like the fact that they were trying to play off the fact that the turret, in theory, should be spotting info. Again, for people that don't know, when you're doing your Omen smokes, you can get it like right on the bottom of your triangle, and then that won't see.
Yeah, minute and 5, commit the pit over towards C.
It's a good time for
a lot lower than you think it will go.
Great control around the map here. They've got 2 players in a pit on C. 2 players set up in a bait and switch setup on an A. B is really the only weakness, and TenZ is going to be looking to grab one and then fall off, and they can flood retake. So defensive setups looking nice here for SEN.
Prowler nade.
The nade pushes him out. He ate the Omen flash as well. They both get in, and there's a safe spot.
QT not going to be removed from it. Still holding his ground, but Celsius will go down.
Oh God, he's going to spam him. He's going to spam him. You can see it happening. TenZ, wallbang.
Taken. It's a freebie onto Nature, but they've got that power.
Yeah, and you can resist that.
Nade. The C is also missing. Trying to take this in a rapid fashion. Sentinels.
Okay, raid boss is down though.
At all. Trying to take it with a tempo, but a slight pause is all it takes to overstay.
Derek.
And overstep themselves.
Oh boy.
For EG trying to take this one. Derek.
Not a good plant for him.
Left 1v2. Sassy. Safety in numbers at least onto the
my
defuse,
God.
and he's sticking it all the way with a smoke in his face. Gets off it, but he's brought himself that win con. Haunt. Not going to trigger it.
Holy, he got the defuse, guys. He got the defuse. Don't worry. Don't panic too much. Close though.
Playing with each other's expectations.
Yeah, it's a shame. If he had the insta forward of just getting it out there.
When Celsius rotated away from the pit. And Jorg again with such excellent awareness of what's going on. Huge amounts of spam into the pit, pushes John into a tiny corner, and Jorg's like, yeah, I know.
Last round we got double fade, or Jorgamo might.
Has twice as many
He
kills
might be able to get his 4th ult.
Is still having a really good game. This is monstrous.
Why does everyone have these games against Sentinels?
I hesitate to say it, but it feels like more impact than Aspas was having against them when he set a record.
Yeah, it's insane, isn't it?
Like 23 kills.
Records being
rounds?
broken again. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous.
The KPR's off the charts.
It's insanity. But one final round here to convert. SEN are going to be fighting with everything to see if they can get it on their side of things. 8-4. Recoverable, arguably.
Yeah.
Prowler through Apoth. Might be taking some bullets through the box if he's not careful. Hello, EG.
Attacker spawn.
They're the ones who are going to be fighting it right
Impressive,
back
man.
into them.
Yeah, they're just ready for everything. They just hold passive default the whole time.
Going to be lacking now. A lot of that information. Bit of a
They at least took down the fade.
In that fight, it's
Is this
another
orb
situation
here?
where
That's the real
Apoth's duel is
question.
the one
If
that
this orb
matters.
is here, this is a done
Second
round.
gets
Oh
traded
boy.
out, and there's a player
That's a
there,
4th Razor.
TenZ versus Apoth.
Dude, as soon as that wall
wins
went
again.
and they saw the orb, they must have
Today is
been
just
like,
so
oh
good for
mate, we've
Apoth and
actually
Jorg.
won this round.
Time, John. You're just way out there, man.
Yeah, I think John wanted to punish and kill the... I think he realized that they're going to get this orb, but they're going to get the ult. That's why he's out in the open here.
In the half, using it to just clear out the site.
I think he kind of realized this. We needed some kind of plan to take this one away.
And what a post plan it is to be playing into
a little bit too late.
Nightfall. We're getting too many trails and connections from that one. Jorgmodo needs to rely on the rest of his team. The sensors are cut away. It's all going to be reaction times and his sights dropping down. He can't actually tell how these players are really assailing his position, but they do eventually remove him. 2 stand against the 3 of EG, still into it with the smoke dropped across, and they do cut out that triangle. 7 minutes left. Reload. Forwards not covering.
Yeah, everyone's reloading. Everyone's reloading when they're facing. Dude, they got 9.
They both walked into the smoke while
They got
reloading.
9. I mean, you can do it back with a pistol, but if this guy's still dropping the kills like this...
EG continue this dominant half that they've had. 9-3, sure, the attack side alone just but the manner
I Die
in which
Young
it
with
was
the
done.
1 month. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the tier 1. Welcome into the Slug Club. And Drobot XX22 with the Prime. Thank you so much as well, dude. Hit the Prime.
It's just been astoundingly good from EG.
Yeah, on an individual basis. I mean, it's led them to this 9-3 half against Sentinels. Madrid finalists and winners. Let's send it down to the desk to break it all down so far.
Well, you know, I don't think anyone had this one on their bingo cards coming into the Lotus game, but EG up 9-3, and we got to talk about the man who used to be a mustachio menace, no longer. He's just a clean-shaven menace. Jogamo is absolutely lighting up the server ender.
Yo, the stash might be gone, but the beast is back, baby. He is out in force. I mean, he was so good in so
he
many
looks
of these
so
rounds,
comfy right
fighting
now.
forward with the team. Really good calling around him on this EG team.
The thing is that
EG's macro has been good on this map. They have a lot of nice ideas about how they play.
He was one
around
of the big
cages
reasons
to
that
scale into sites like B. In the
old
mid-round,
EG's
Solution,
Lotus
these
at Champs was
but
so
now
strong.
they're converting on it. The biggest difference
Like,
I'm seeing is how
his-
proactive this team
The
is,
amount of
even
strats
when
that
they're
were
getting an
reliant on
advantage.
just
John
him
is
being
working
able to
time and
outfrag
satchelating
people
into
and just
spot,
sending it with a
pushing
sky flash
advantages
was
and really
ridiculous.
surprising Sentinels round
Wait,
after round,
what?
and that confidence has been missing for
What
so
is
damn
that
long.
number?
Up until this game, Jaw across the
That's-
year was cumulatively
that's
negative
not
45.
even
This
that,
game,
that doesn't even happen.
542 ACS
That's
in
the highest
first
I've seen.
half. It's a complete 180.
That's the
Absolutely
highest I've
nuts.
seen,
You'll
even
love
in
to
like
see
maybe
it if
ranked
you're an EG
games.
fan, if you're a Giacomo fan, most importantly, because this is the type of
This
player
should never-
we
that
knew
should never be
has
happening in a
that
pro-
kind
in a
of
pro
fragging
game.
Potential.
Yes.
That's not a shocker. What is a shocker is that it wasn't happening at the beginning of the season.
Exactly. Now we've seen him be woke up,
Yeah,
right? And that's
he's woke.
great news for this EG team. But this is the caveat. It has still not been perfect. That was still an attacking half. Sentinels
That's
are
true.
not out of this just yet, and EG will have to close cleanly to make this a win.
Sen won 3 clutches.
The
in
Hucker's
late
dropping
rounds
600,
on that
really?
first
In
half
ranked?
to
Okay,
make
well,
this a winnable one.
I take
That's all
that back.
3 of their rounds coming down to heroics.
But this should never
But
be happening in a
it's
pro
an
game.
winnable position. They win this
Sentinels
pistol, and
must just
EG's
be
not out
wondering,
the
like,
woods yet.
why is it always
This
us?
is a
How is it always this
massive
map, and why is
half
it always
here
us?
for
Like,
a
what are we
very
doing wrong
evil
here?
Geniuses. Can Sentinels manage to fight their way back into it? Let's send it back over to our casters.
That's a question, isn't it?
He's
Ender
just
sets
so
us up quite
confident,
nicely.
though.
This is the
Bro, you
attack
got to
side
raid
of
boss
Lotus
him.
that Sentinels
Yeah,
are gonna
I'm
be
telling you,
playing on.
no matter what the
It's gonna be
pistol
favourite
is for
side for this
EG,
map,
no matter
but
what
it
their
has to
plan
start
is right
with
here,
Australia. When Jorgen's
if
putting
I'm
up
on this
numbers
team,
that looks like
I'm
stuff
going,
a
mate, you
radiant
buy
into an iron
armor
will
right
be.
now.
I mean, it's
I'll give you my
it's
ghost.
difficult. If he keeps this
You
up,
just-
this prowess,
you're gonna
this
kill them all.
firepower, I mean, one hell of a task for Sentinels.
It does seem almost silly to say it's got to start with the pistol, but actually, the attack side of Lotus is so momentum-based with the ults that I think you literally need the pistol to even begin the process.
They have
of
to
that
get- they have
snowball.
to get pistol.
It's not like you can drop the pistol and then come back from 11-3. It's way tougher. They've broken the trip, looking to try to pressure C.
They got an early
EG
cam,
are
which will
not
give them
home.
so much info. Do they
on
just
at
want to
all.
late check
No
it
hard
to see if they're
anchoring, of
all on
course, so
site to know if there's pressure
that retake.
behind?
Yeah, they have paranoia and C's nade.
When's he going to check his camera? Okay, he checks it now.
There it is, Snakebite and a nade. That actually does all the
Oh,
work.
it stopped the
Top of
plant
that,
as well. That was
Leap
lovely.
as well.
Poor Zelsus.
It's going to collapse the spike out into the open. Fight needs to be taken out.
Damn, it's
for
such an
sure.
early
Again,
flood.
leading the charge for a
Someone's
Steven
gonna go
David
huge on
Sentinels
site.
this time. Pistols.
Shout out to Sassy, man. Sassy did a lot. Zekken did a lot. Zekken's nade was really good here as well.
Overcome.
Well,
And it did look
that's
difficult.
how you
Because
started
even
off.
though EG weren't there, that C's nade was wonderful.
Neutronic.
Predicting
Neutronic with the
the new
Prime
meta
as well.
platform
Thanks
on
for the 8
stairs.
months, man. Appreciate the
Yet
Prime
Sen
usage.
able
Thanks
to
for the
group
support,
up
bro.
And deal
Very
with
much.
that. Kind of put the onus on EG to push through.
Okay,
these
and
difficult
we've been talking about
crossfires.
this a little bit today in
Sen
terms
have
of this
stepped
game.
up.
So let's see if
Man,
let's see if
I
the
really do
same
wish
the
we
same
had
thing
the, like,
happens
coach
back.
interviews at the half sometimes too, because Kaplan went in. You know, if you remember when they had another really one-sided Lotus game previously, it was like we just didn't. We were. What did he say? We were asleep for one of the halves or something.
Sleep, a disappointment.
Yeah, he was very stern about them. And in terms of like their mentality, we have seen Sen bring things back from this kind of point before.
Got that experience. EG get ahead of themselves. At least Jorgamo was.
Yeah,
This
Jorg
team
wants
can
to-
I tell you what though,
When
good
you
player
have a
to
hot hand like
good
that,
player
you
to
wanna
early
feed it,
kill.
but you also don't want to feed. And so on defense especially,
Just
it
shut down his
can tempt you
confidence.
into taking fights that are not set up very well.
So they're all going to be toppling here. They just don't quite have the guns for the job.
Oh.
As I say that. Okay, jumping.
Yeah, you got any more in you?
Doing work.
It's actually, I think it's better for Sen if Zekken ends up getting this kill anyway,
Yeah.
which is
Chase it
probably
down.
going to happen.
You saw how important those
nicely done.
showstoppers were
Two
just to get
away.
that momentum going for EG on their own attack
2 away
side.
from an all.
And if you've watched Lotus at all, you know it.
Does Zelsus buy? John buys an extra rifle. Does Zelsus buy an extra rifle and go down? Yeah. But we can have one person that will struggle
This
to buy
is where,
next.
when the sides were flipped around, we saw EG go for a set play towards B. They didn't play for ult orbs and try to make sure they
What's
had
on
a
the
showstopper
Cypher on this
profile.
map?
Because
Ever
that
since
just
the
takes too
change,
long,
I'm
it's a
a
bit too
I'm a fan
difficult.
of Cypher.
Instead, they
Again,
went
if you
for a
kind of
set
combine
piece.
everything that you've seen from good teams, the Cypher's pretty legit on this map.
So they're
Take
making sure
like
their
Paper X
economy's in a good
stuff
spot.
because I think
What
some of the
does
C
Sen have to show
cameras are
us?
the best. You look at Turtle Troop. Honestly, Turtle Troop on this map has really good stuff as well. Liquid have some good stuff. There's a few people, another team, I can't remember what it is, but I think the Cypher's good. Basically my way of saying it.
Straight into the fray, but you're right, they have been in these spots before. They know they can win. Trip.
I think that should make it obvious as well. There's people ready to spam the normal plant spot.
Yeah, so they're trying to bait it out.
Oh, this was smart from them though. Because, dude, that's so smart. That's sick, though. Because last round, they do the nade tether here, right? They do it on site. And then they're expecting to get caught out in the open using a nade tether, and they want to just swing on them with the tap on the spike. But what actually happens at the tap of the spike, they double nade the floor, where potentially they would be trying to swing and catch them out with util. And geniuses, man.
Clear, a lot of fights to take and win out, Sentinels. But a bonus round right now, it's a good beginning. Rocket committed.
Jesus, he popped ult? Popped ult is a 2v4, right?
Jorg popped ult in the middle of that to try to make sure they could win the anti-bonus. That's 1-0, 1 back. Take a look at this in the replay. What is that?
What is that?
Okay.
What are these, though? I mean, can we blame him for popping his ult if he's getting these kind of kills? Well, it's free. It was 2v3. Honestly, 2v3, not too bad. 2v3 and he was getting those kills. Must have felt untouchable. You would feel untouchable. You're 27 to 11. And 540 ACS or something.
Nobody's going to remember, oh yeah, EG had
Okay, so that's the bonus. Chat, let's see if we can, I know Desp will probably hate this, but let's see if we get a reverse 7-1. Because I'm telling you, I think we have a problem in Valorant at the moment.
Making their way out through tree.
Teams have got too good with ult management. Got too good on the eco rounds.
Satchel's movement. Jogo just getting caught all over the place, and Sentinels so fast to receive it.
Very good play by the rest of SEN.
Oh, lovely. We've got to start looking at this one, right? EG get their second buy-in, and they're up against the Killjoy ult, and they're one away from Razor, right? I think they have a Killjoy ult back, but...
And they throw a snakebite seize nade, but Jorg kind of bails out of the movement halfway through. Might see this in the replay.
Yeah, I'm not saying we at him. I'm just saying we I'm trying to get the double amount of ats on him. I'm just saying that we should look out for it.
Oh, the Vibes Merchant, he is dishing it out.
Yeah, and it's all smiles on the face of Sentinels.
Yeah, they got to feel good right now. They're in a good spot with these ults. This is a great timeout from Potter for sure. A lot to talk about. Let's think. Killjoy ult for Killjoy ult. Raise ult to cancel the Killjoy ult. That's the issue. I think it's double Killjoy ult.
But they're in the driving seat now. Yeah. They're actually like favored to not just tie this up, but probably start building their own economy.
Mango. Us as a collective, we got 3,060 around that, and then I think Liquid posted on Twitter. I think they raised 11,000 and something. I think that's right. Around those numbers. Pretty sick.
But this is a different scenario. This is where you have the lead, and you just can't let it slip down to the next half.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have a Cypher.
Made an enormous difference.
What ult was I seeing?
Which is
no ult. Okay.
Round for EG,
yeah, I'm really losing my mind. Okay, they literally have no ults for their second buy round. And they're not even close to getting another ult.
EG are gonna have to dig
yeah, they definitely don't have a Killjoy ult for a Killjoy ult. See, this is why I need this, man. I need this, because I'm out here just making stuff up in my head. Put in a Killjoy in the game.
Fight for mound control at the beginning, while send path towards B.
Door opens up.
As soon as the door opens, though, you now know exactly what EG are playing for. You know that there's 2, maybe 3 players in mount. So SEN are going to try to clear that out.
Do have protocols in mind. Look at this, already holding for that util.
Yeah, and can we really blame EC for wanting to fight this ult? I don't think so. Huge kill. That's one of the ults. That's a lovely trade though, and that's the smokes. And then now with that, they can get Sassy's ult, and it's one to get into the site and one to win the afterplan. Which way do they want to do it?
Jorgen was going to go for it.
Well, Jorg has made 2 that he could use to deny lockdown if it's committed.
Yeah, so you probably fade ult to enter.
Zelsis is not even getting close.
Fade ult to enter, Killjoy ult to win the afterplan.
Look at this.
No, they don't. Maybe a bit of a false read of things though, but we'll see what direction.
Gotta keep an eye on this. 40 seconds. They've got to reclear A.
Side still being locked down. There's a massive gap
Okay,
towards the middle of the map here, which is B.
Now I think it might be the opposite, right? They might Killjoy all
Yeah, the common
into
position
fade
for
off
lockdown
up.
are in this
30
corner
seconds
or in
left.
this corner, and you might well see Zelsis just commit it. It's much more difficult to have Jorg break it in that spot. Zelsis could also save it for post-plant, but once they hit
Fade
the
just
trip,
clears
I
C.
think this is going to be obvious.
There it is. C's hold down close here from Derek, but nades are going to be rebounding into.
I mean, they're all good. When do we pop the Killjoy ult? Pretty early?
Oh.
Oh,
Sassy feeling like he has to commit that one with the nightfall. He's getting a couple of attacks, so he gets that acknowledgement and the information plant.
and
into
when,
the post.
how long do we hold on to the Killjoy ult? Not too long. And Tens went all the way through heaven, found the gap, and he's absolutely sent it.
Fast flank all the way through here, but
And they tried to go early with the ult here, and Tens has a kill. It was a lovely played round. You got to feel a bit for EG here just because it was ult diff.
Pick up those
Was the
pieces.
classic ult
Has
diff.
to be a save surely at this point.
And the crowd realize it. The Gia's coming through. EG have not won a round since the side swapped. Oh, the alarm bot's just giving away where they're playing.
Do fend off the first one though, looking to take away those weapons. Tens, of course, are going to try and go for it.
Doesn't matter, they got so much money.
They keep these guns. It is necessary.
When does EG get their first buy where they have the actual advantage? That's the question. I guess it was the third round because they had better guns and an ult.
That's 5 rounds in a row. And now
But then the round
Sen's
after
still
that,
up.
the actual buy round, they would be
Second died
lower
early.
down.
Didn't get a chance to use his ult, but now he has it for the next.
Feeling crispy, you know what I mean? Don't take my gun.
You hit out at the end. Joe, take my gun.
Yeah.
Empowering the player that's at the top of the scoreboard.
But 500 and whatever it was ACS in the first half. I mean, maybe remove a decimal point or something for this half. They haven't found the opportunities for Jorg or Apoth to have that level of value.
Yeah,
And they're
It's much
just
more difficult when
ill
you're
at
on
the
defensive
moment.
side. You're
Sassy's
reacting
going
a
to
lot
get
more
info over
what the
towards
attack sides
C.
ended up doing.
It's a
Can't
lot
play
of
as
pressure.
fluidly.
And they open door. Maybe that gives them the
Sentinels getting a
idea
bit of a
that they
read
wanted
here,
to
the rubble
inch over
fight.
towards here. Because
Not
when
even
would you ever
necessary,
see
just
this
contact
opening
all
of
the
the
way
door
up,
unless
it's
you
gonna
have
be
2
ground game.
and then 2 here? Or at least 1 and then 2 here. Because you never feel comfortable to open the door. So they know with that opening of the door that there's only one over towards A. Because you can't open that door and hold behind you. You're not going to open yourself up to a crossfire. So it was a nice easy call for Sentinels on this one. Ult did miss the mark, but at least it takes... oh, is he dead?
Forwards, a fight to be taken by EG up close with the stingers. Anybody could have been
31
favored.
HP for
Second
John,
who wins it
39
out, still
after the wall.
holding down that ground. EG looking to try and flip their way through this one, but again, the back positions here. It's this bait and switch setup that Sentinels, they're just so willing to just, okay, we'll give you a bit of that space. Now we're playing a crossfire setup and the doors are rotating. Too many angles to really watch for. Has to be raw firepower that sails them through it. But is it even possible for them? Apoth is making a bloody good go of it.
Sure.
It's just one
Hey,
player.
what though?
What can
Still
you
pretty
do?
good damage.
9-9.
We have to keep an eye on the money at one point. I mean, it's very high on a lot of these players, but they can win like 2 in a row, maybe.
These rounds have been such blowouts,
Connor,
and Sen have
thank you so
managed
much,
this
man.
Avalanche so well that EG, they
Gifted
haven't
a
even
3
had
months
their first
tier
ult
1
online
sub.
for the half.
Oh, you're going crazy right
Jorg
now.
we talked about in round 15 using his. The other players are only just now getting,
Enemy remaining.
you know, Nightfall, Viper's Pit
Gifted a
online.
3 months
They're
tier
still
1
one
sub,
away.
and then you
Derek
gifted
and
2
Nature
after.
still don't have access to these huge tide-shifting ults to be able to play with.
Gifted
Here
just
we
that
go,
way.
into
That's
the round instantly,
sick.
Sen.
Thank you so much for that, Connor. Thank you, thank you.
The tempo.
Yeah.
Home and Flash goes in. Fast round on this one. Tether gets used for nothing. Nade goes in a lot after. Full sight here. They have a Viper ult if they want to.
Sentinels though.
Viper now moving over towards site, or are they trying to... Doesn't have a safe spot. We've got to keep an eye on Zelsis. He's got 1 molly. I would imagine it's hard to fast flood into this. The big jewel is over towards heaven.
Going into him to deal a little
All on
bit of
heaven,
damage, but Jordan
and
dealt with. It's just spearhead
Sassy
gone and
gets
out.
both.
Derek spraying,
Tens was the
spraying
bait.
all
Sassy
over
gets
nature.
both at heaven. Lovely play on this. Lovely change of pace as well. Okay, so this is 7. And then they don't have a...
Ren, the only hope here for
They don't have
EG
money,
to
right?
right the ship is that Sen used ults now and have finally hit close to the end of
Connor
their
again,
bank.
thank you for doing that, mate.
But otherwise, Sen are wiping them away every single round. There's a game-turning advantage in their favor.
Ah, he was using all.
This time
That's how he
Joe's
got the
pick that
second
just
one.
makes the retake so much more difficult. And they don't anticipate the pace of the B.
Okay, is this a low buy? But this is like the first round where they have all advantage.
The problem
They
is
might
the ult
actually.
economy works in tandem with
Yeah, they're popping
the
ults into this.
financial economy.
We might see the reverse 7-1. Definitely on the cards. Smoke goes out over towards A. Fake TP with the door as well. So if they heard it, maybe they're thinking that they're inside the smoke.
They don't want to invest them necessarily unless they start to get advantages because
Sassy has his ult. Zekken 3 away from his. AI clears out all at A.
To build up to a showstop, but this is how Lotus attack side snowballs away from you.
It gets out of hand. Maybe beginnings of potentially a round on the board here for EG on this defensive half with the Vipers pit down.
Yeah, and
Should push Sen naturally over towards B, A.
Yeah, I think EG have been very good at coming up with ideas on their ecos of putting pressure. Normally, they're allowing Sen into A and then trying to squeeze them rubble on the retake. We've seen
The
that
timing on
twice
that
now
on that
EG's ecos.
Prowler's a little bit unlucky.
Similar
Okay,
pattern,
they clear
perhaps?
back A control. They still have one over towards B, so the option of pivoting into B is here. Smoke deep.
Calm and collected.
They're just waiting for peek.
Smells unwilling to really rush into much at all here. Knife force
Fatal.
even being committed. That's Derek.
Hit no one.
That's
Oh man,
it.
they're
He
gonna
doesn't
love
get any
that.
tags at all. Might be giving
And
him a
then
bit
it's
of
gonna
false
fade all
information,
back,
but
knowing that
time
A's
to
probably
strike
weak.
here for Sen.
Omen
They're
flash
using one of
goes
their
in
own ults.
and
Committed.
There's only 25 seconds.
they
Which way
pivot
they
to
going
B.
into
Oh
here?
my
Going
god.
into B, doubled up close. Corners into
Dude,
the action, and there's
Tens had a flash here though.
taking rifles against
Tens'
the single
Omen
weaponry
flash
that
was the
EG might have.
one.
They just barrel over them.
EG, we're not ready for that. And they've
Hey,
just
well,
used
8.
10 seconds left.
Brent, they've just used all their ultimates
everything, right?
on an eco round.
Yeah, that's
And it's
a nightmare.
looking Jova.
It's desperate.
Zekken
They haven't even got around.
They now have access to that to be able to work with in the next. Like, Sen are so good at being able to understand the wider picture.
Can we
I'm not
still
even
at
talking
him?
macro
No, we
of,
can't
like,
still
where
at
people are
him.
positioned. But the idea that you can snowball
Hunters
games
at
in
him
this kind of
randomly
way.
for an 8-0.
9-3 down, they've just looked like it doesn't matter. They could win every single round.
We've got to have some kind of rules.
Never had any of that hesitation at the back of their minds. Like, you can just tell. I mean, you look at the replays, the reactions as soon as the round ends from the Sen players. I mean, the body language says it all.
Yeah.
Locked in, ready to win. They know what it takes. It's one round at a time, one step at a time. So far, they've done it. Two-round differential now between these two teams when they were down 6 against EG.
And here, Sen had 25 seconds to hit the A site. Paranoia had denied them from taking tree control, and 2 players with
Now they go
close
into a big
range
buy
weapons
round. They're thinking,
were
damn,
in Hobbit. And
could be real nice to have
they weren't able to get a kill
Fade
out,
or
but Apoth and Derek just folded.
Fade or Viper all into this.
You hope for more when you're in that spot. That's what your eco
The
round
10's
is
flash,
designed to funnel the players
Saved
with
his
better
flash
guns
the
through
whole time.
tiny choke points where you have
The
the
whole
advantage,
game,
and they
saved
just
his
couldn't
flash. 20
capitalize.
seconds.
How many did Jorg have at the half?
So perfect.
23?
Something like that. In the 20s, and since then it's just been
Oh.
a slip essentially from the initial few rounds.
Yeah, but it's not like, you know, yeah, he's not playing with a blindfold on. He just can't find opportunities to make the impact, and he's always up against.
And
an
Sentinels
advantage for
go a
Sen.
lot faster on this
Here
one as
comes
well.
Zekken,
Change
the
of pace.
showstopper.
Second gets his ult. Have a big buy
Put that
round.
one back online with the ult orb. Second now, probably going to be using this one to clear out through the site. And yeah, here it is.
Omen flash hits the guy back
Offloaded.
aside.
Let it
Freebie.
rip. One target, one kill. It's a matter of a high ground position here. Jorg wants to go fast and rapid into his approach, right into the
Oh,
back.
Sassy was on top. I reckon the comms were good
I
here.
mean, Sassy
Hello,
just
Superman.
deals with him. Superman, what is going on there?
Wait, what the? Alright, every single round so far. This has been nuts.
We'll do it. A resounding comeback.
And honestly, EG are going to be kicking themselves because this could have been such a different game if literally just the round 13 had gone the other way.
The pistol round.
Yeah,
Right?
It's all the piss. It's all because the whole thing is because of the piss round. Both of the half star.
And
See it on their
EG,
faces.
yeah, Potter can tell as well. All of that hype and adrenaline at the fact that you're beating the Madrid winners. The crash afterwards can be worse than the high.
Okay, 3 chances, and who would have thought, considering the 9-3 half, that this would have happened. Prowler over towards C, early camera if they want to spot info.
somewhat similar rifles and an ult advantage for EG.
But here it is.
Yeah, it's so true. They've never had an advantage in terms of that.
Of the side, and the vulnerability matters not for John QT. Still towards it, Tens with a trade rocket. Just catch him around the corner, not too sure how that ends up happening, but the kills are flooding in this time in EG's direction.
One's 5 HP.
This is right in the nick of time. Sassy, though, might be trying to play spoiler 1v3.
That's one of the high HPs.
1v2.
If a single bullet had hit Superman, this would have been a 1v1.
45 seconds left.
He's got
Is
so
he gonna
much time.
We
reclear
know how
this?
smart Sassy can be in these
Oh, he
particular
could be
spots.
anywhere.
Honestly,
God damn,
your
for 10
instincts here are
seconds, he
screaming
could
go
be
back to C.
anywhere.
'Cause that's where
A
all of the
gamble,
action was
A, he
earlier.
goes
You know,
C.
all 3 of them left C to pass
30
through.
seconds.
One of them's 5 HP.
You know, in their heads, they'll be thinking, continue that momentum, head in the A direction. Sassy's
They're
gonna get
so
a free
far
fight
away.
here.
I don't even hear this.
Beautifully.
He has. Free plan with Superman on 5 HP. It just could be the death blow.
They are so far away.
Could
Sassy,
be anywhere.
whether he knows it or
Could
not,
definitely
has
be
got a good
heaven.
chance here of repositioning to catch one.
They have to walk because they don't know where
He's gonna get the low
positioning
HP
is.
and get
Ball
out,
comes
right?
after this. A fight to be taken. First one found. Where's the next Derek?
Well, I thought he was going to get out. I think, honestly, I think he was expecting better spacing because he then
trade
peeked
from
out and he was
Derek.
like, wait, where the hell is this
Safe play
guy?
from EG.
Shout out to
Bunching
Derek
up
at the
together.
important
Yeah,
shot.
they gave Sassy a lot of room.
The great try
But
from
when it
Sassy.
came down to it,
Team Ace.
the Brazilian just could not quite pick apart EG's players. So 12 to 10.
What do you think about
Like I said at
removing the
beginning
ult
of round 22,
point from
I think that was the
planting and
first time we've
defusing
seen
the spike
somewhat
to balance out the ult
comparable
economy?
rifles and an ult advantage for EG. Now there's no ults anywhere.
Could be interesting.
Nice edge. Nice edge. But EG still in it.
Yeah, I think something like that has to change. I'm not against that one.
Positioning of Superman. High ground off angle. Because you have to be worried about smokes flying. Satchels forwards. Nothing to break the horns as well. So Superman marked up. We'll have to at least respect that one with the horn.
Daydice spots a lot here. They get a lot of info.
Onto the players of
Okay,
Sentinels. They
2
know that
chances left.
There's a heavy committal over towards A Rebel.
And in rounds like this, the IGLing does get a little more complicated for the attack side at least, because Kaplan previously has just been able to call around, messing with the pace and playing around the ults that he had to work with. So now he's got to really figure out what this
Strong
defensive
default,
setup
though.
looks like. See if he can crack it.
Two bits of info right now in terms of 2 bits of map control where
Ideally
there's a
for
question
Sentinels,
mark.
They want the game to end right here.
Now 3,
The more
so
that EG win, the
whole
better
map
their
control,
rifling is gonna
50
get.
seconds
Look at
in,
that trip.
none of these question
Designed
marks
to
have
try
been
and
cleared
catch
from
second if he
EG.
double blast packs in.
They
He loves
2 away.
pathing on top of the box.
No more
Else
Satchels
is
left.
close over towards B, hasn't heard anything.
And they make the play towards it. Instead of just going.
Feels like this
running about
fade
to
I needs to
marathon
clear
sprint across
one
the
of
map.
these so they
Yeah,
can get
Zelsis,
their
I don't think has heard
they can get some
rotations going
kind
to
of
C, but they've got the right macro
gamble
idea
going or
here.
some kind of stack going.
Deep haunt into C.
We can
now,
see
that
they
does
gamble
send
over
EG
towards C, but we've got
scattering.
nothing on A.
Players now realizing that it's most likely leaning over towards A.
Looks like a B pivot. Actually, A would be clear.
Wants to play.
And
Pivot into
the
B.
pressure over towards
Have B
opening the
main
door and the
control.
Prowler in makes 3
Zelsis
people
been
go
holding
to
on
A.
to
They
this
hear
one
the
now,
door
so it should
breaking.
be
They
that free
might
time.
have enough close.
EG have
We
it.
got
Never stop
15
it. They
seconds. We got a
could
lot of people
attempt
close to
flood this
flood
one
in if
out.
they want it.
Sees Nade, push them back. Sassy round the corner.
10 seconds
He's
to
got the
plant
spike.
here.
He's
Satchel?
the one to plant, and it needs to go online now.
Just a little bit off.
Defending the angles on the crossfire section. Sentinels, they do
Shout out to
eventually
EG for
defend
not
and get
overheating
themselves
here.
into this spot.
Keep an eye on
It comes down now to the kills.
gotta keep an eye on
Joe
Apoff. He can
First
definitely
one
win this
found.
round if he
Able
wins
with
this
the door
duel.
opens wide, smoke in their faces. How do you take the fight? All through heaven.
Oh.
Which direction?
Oh.
TB's back into main and he just crossed it up entirely.
Tens, man.
3v3.
Dude, he's doing damage.
In their face, sticking for
Tens, bro. Tens played that so well. Yeah, had to get out of there and then got the important kill. What a comeback. What a comeback.
You'd call it an unthinkable comeback.